a lot of the departments, I know when they get to the last month of June, they just take any money that they can get left over. If they have to plan on keeping so much, then they buy ahead on the filters and the, you know, whatever supplies you might need, oil, filters, repair parts, paper, and that's the stuff I don't know how that is handled. But it has to go back to be related to the items, what are there, 8 or 10 items, categories that we carry everything in on the budget. It's, everything's got to be pigeonholed into one of those accounts. And I think we're the ones that should have, you know, we could put together a plan to have it so that we don't run out of money like we did last year. And because if something happens, we're down, got equipment down, we need to be able to fix it. And there's,
do you have a list of the filters and oil that you need?
I'm working on it. I haven't got all of them because I don't know everything I need. I've asked David's going to have his mechanic down. He donated a lot of stuff for the dump truck and extra stuff. But I want to, like for the loader, I have no idea how much oil it even takes. I know
we should have an account for ordinary maintenance for the airport.
well, yeah, it's all in there, and that's where what I'm saying is we're going to have a breakdown and know, we should all know what that is, how much it is, and how it's being used as we go forward, so that we know if we have to go back. If something happens and we can't afford it, then we got to figure out how to get it before it comes to a certain time. That's the way I think things work. Right?
You changed the oil in the loader before, right? Yeah. How many quarts is it?
I think around 6 or 7.
6 or 7
Well,
quarts?
they ain't a lot. I think it would be a
I
lot.
don't know.
Well,
I mean, some of the diesels I know, I don't know how much was in the Freightliner.
the Freightliner should be about 35 to 40. Ford pickup is about 14 to 16.
But those and how many filters in it. They have the spare ones around.
Well,
In some places we keep it.
There used to be a book.
There is a book that has all the filters.
But I haven't been able to look at it long enough to figure out where it is. And I'm not sure I'm looking at the right one. It's a couple of them.
Okay, let's move along, please.
Okay. Are we done? What time? Next meeting.
Are we going to go over?
Oh, yes, right, grant assurances. Do I need a vote on that?
Make a motion to grant, for the grant assurances.
Before we vote on it, I've got two questions.
Okay.
In the absence of the manager, it's supposed to have the assistant manager take over. Who would the assistant manager be if she's not available? Who?
Eddie? Yeah, he does it. He's here all the time.
And the minutes have to be certified by our secretary.
Yeah, and that would be her, because our secretary has been, but, interesting comment that goes with that. The mayor's office didn't know about that, she was, and even additional duties and couldn't do here, so I don't know.
There's a provision here where the airport is supposed to have a segregated account where the money goes into.
That's for the, well, there is one for fuel, I know that.
And shouldn't we be getting an update on that every month?
I don't know if we have one for that, but,
How much money do we account?
Yeah, I would be great to hear.
Well, we did back to the city because the city pays for the low fuel. So we're essentially paying.
The fuel is handled separately from the budget. The way I get it. I had that up here.
Did we ever settle the question of everybody's rent being equal and fair?
Who should set the rates?
Or different.
Well, that's in our procedures and bylaws that we're need to go over.
That's in here that we're gonna vote on.
That's all different. Based on new building, old building.
Yeah. Did you read this?
But who's thinking that in this paperwork doesn't say what's fair and what's not fair?
Each person firm corporation
What?
at the airport shall be subject to the same rate fees for rentals,
Page 7 and 10, yeah. Yeah, okay, I don't see a problem with that.
and they'll have separate account for operating the building.
Here we have one account for the airport. And there's the other one the city has for fuel.
And who has access to the account? He wants to know, how does he pay for this stuff?
This brings it to the city hall. This is her, Isabel. She submits the paperwork. And it goes forward from there. Do you have what's in the account right now in our budget? Do you have those numbers?
Well, it's just roll over to fiscal year 2025.
We have,
Started July 1, and there's a separate account line for each budget item. And there's that money that they have given us, which is pretty much flat. I'll bring it next time. And we work out of those, if it's repairs, there's a repairs, there's a.
grant assurances.
Not with me,
Yeah,
no.
You know, we need to know how much money.
I wasn't aware that that was an item.
Water his filters, his paper, whatever.
I know that, you know, if it uses
But we don't
anyone's
know.
on
We
there,
don't know.
the grant assurances that are signed as part of the ASAP project, AIG project, state share, it is all standard language
That's
that's,
a few
you know,
cases of oil and filters. That's all that is.
the airport, I think in the past, the mayor actually just
Well, he
signed.
did that, and that's what I'm looking for. He signed in place of the council president.
Sure. I know for the runway project, the grant assurances were signed solely by the mayor. That,
Right.
at least my records show.
Yes,
And
he said
that was
that's the way
sufficient.
it
Do
works.
you need
Okay.
something signed by me and the vote?
Didn't Joseph O'Malley already respond saying that the mayor's signature is sufficient on it?
Mayor's signature is sufficient as head of the city. You cannot need to sign anything.
And that
Okay, so what about those last two pages?
That can't be contested.
He's the head of the city.
I don't.
I would leave that to his expertise and
Right.
Mass DOT.
I mean, where he's
If
signing
he's
down the
signing
road.
it and Mass DOT is
Who actually,
accepting
who
it,
sent this to us? The,
Joseph O'Malley from Mass Department of Transportation.
So do you need us to sign this last page, the different commissioners?
I was under the impression that the mayor had signed it and that was
Yeah, but
sufficient
she sent
according
a-
to the
she sent-
city and
she sent something back. and asked the
I'm,
question, and I had that.
this is,
but I don't
it's a
know where it is.
it's a surprise to me, to be honest.
Yeah.
I thought that the mayor's signature was sufficient and that we were moving
Mayor's-
forward. So I
signature
just
is
wasn't prepared for
sufficient. He's the
discussion.
head of the city, he's also called the head of the
Oh,
city
here he is.
council because he is the head of
Supposed
the
to have
city.
a bucket in the back.
So you do not need to sign anything.
So
We do what?
We're done.
Yeah. It's raining over
It's
here.
already back to Mass DOT.
Right, but I got
did Joe O'Malley send you a response saying that that was sufficient? 'Cause
That was
he
sufficient.
didn't include me on that. I know you had
Yes,
I
said.
also
sent-
wondered
I
if we
sent it
had
to
a
you
signed
saying
copy.
Right, okay. Yeah, because I only saw the email from you, I didn't actually see the email.
Yeah, so he said it was fine.
Okay.
He's moved on, yes.
Okay, I mean,
Phil, do you have a year of money hours you put in it?
This is the one that Joe O'Malley,
Cut the grass and all that.
Grass, go.
Snow blowing. All that.
yeah, I got another, was
this
there,
one here,
was
and it
there
says the
another-
grant amended, these assurances shall be binding upon and shall return.
What you put in, John?
I'm both there.
About the same. Right, well, that's what I need to go by.
Because normally I get a DocuSign, but I didn't have any way of signing.
Isabel's doing
I
20.
think there's a way to do it, but I don't know. I just printed out a copy of this if you needed a signature and vote,
How's your plan?
because it sounds like it's council president
Yeah.
and,
do you
commissioner.
have the message from Joe? 'Cause I don't have a copy of that message.
So,
Because there must have been a subsequent message after that one, Jim,
No.
that I was
Yes,
not
and I sent
included
it
on.
back to you.
I only received an email from, I didn't receive Joe's copy of Joe's email, I only received a response to an email that I had sent, so I
He
didn't
said-
see.
He said, Craig Isabel got it, thank you. And then the next thing we got is
Stuff
the
into,
oh, it's that guy.
payment
yeah, stuff into.
Voucher.
buses and everywhere. We got all kinds of stuff.
payment voucher
What date was
template
that?
that you have to sign the payment
Maybe you're-
voucher
I don't know.
that relates to that. You don't sign the grant assurance, the mayor signed
I'm
that.
gonna go cheap.
You're going to sign the follow-up payment voucher
What was,
template. It was yesterday or the day before.
Unless you enjoy
because
it.
I don't, the one I've got here is the 15th,
Really.
and it says, do you know if the commissioner has signed yet? And thank you for staying on top of this.